Hi, I'm Mark Toole with 8020service.com. Today's customer service video question of the day comes from Quora, and the question is, what is the most stressful customer service job? Well, I'm going to answer this question, but I'm not going to answer it in the way that the thing is asked, if that makes any sense. Someone says, working at Walmart is stressful. This other guy's got more of a point here. I'll get to that. But really, it doesn't matter which job in customer service, or this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with customer service specifically. People think of customer service as being a very stressful job, and it often is. And I think that's for reasons, and I'm going to argue here that is for reasons entirely separate from the act of providing customer service, helping customers with problems, things like that. These things do not have to be stressful. They should not be stressful in a correctly run business. So where's the source of stress? And how is this equally applicable to any type of job or any type of work or business or anything in life, really? What makes customer service jobs so stressful? Well, there's a few things, really. One is the lack, generally speaking, I'm talking about the conventional model of customer service we're all unfortunately familiar with. The lack of any sort of personal control or very limited personal control over one's day, over what one does minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day. These people, generally speaking, come in when they're told to come in. They show up about 2 minutes early so as not to be punished for coming in 1 minute late. Their piss breaks are timed. They rush off to the bathroom and don't wash their hands so they don't get in trouble for taking too many breaks. Everything they say and do is scripted and programmed, procedures, manuals, and scripts, and things like that, and they're monitored constantly. The best possible outcome they can hope for is to not be noticed and to continue to get paid to do the thing for another day. If someone notices them, it's a problem. Oh, you were supposed to complete this task in 30 seconds and you completed it in 33 seconds. This is unacceptable and beyond our SLA standard measurements. That's what makes it stressful. And typically people associate this with the low-level customer service people, the basic agents answering emails, answering phone calls, answering live chats, whatever it may be. Because a lot of businesses run their customer service this way. They assume, right or wrong, that the people working in these roles are not very intelligent, are not very capable, don't understand the business, would not be able to provide good customer service were they allowed to think or act or make decisions at all in any way. They're basically what I call customer service NPCs, business NPCs. I'll link that post up. I wrote a whole post about this on my website about what a business NPC is. I'm not going to get into it here, but they're NPCs. They do as they're told. They don't think. And all these questions here that are asking about when will artificial intelligence replace customer service agents, it cannot replace any sort of customer service agent except for an NPC, by definition. Unless you get a very advanced artificial intelligence that's indistinguishable from a person, but then at that point, who cares? We're not thinking about that anyways. So, this isn't a question about artificial intelligence. So that's one reason. Now, my argument, of course, here is that even that low-level customer service job does not have to be a bad job. It does not have to be a stressful job. I help businesses get their customer service right, and my approach here is fairly simple, straightforward, but also the exact opposite of what a lot of businesses talk about. A lot of what they do, more importantly, they do the exact opposite of this. My approach is simple. Anticipate as many things that a customer may have a question or problem about as possible and fix or prevent them before they happen. In other words, run your business right. Don't take a bunch of shortcuts that then fall back on customer service to be handled. When that's done, your customer service people will not be busy. Most of this NPC nonsense comes into play because these companies are getting hundreds or thousands of customer inquiries a day about simple, repetitive things that no one should really be needing to contact them at all about in a properly run business. But they are, and instead of fixing the cause, they throw more NPCs at the problem to handle it. Fix it instead, you don't have to handle it. When you do that, your customer service team is not busy. You will not need a lot of people, therefore you can afford, and I'm not talking financially, I'm talking time-wise, you can afford to have the best people, to be selective, to pick people who are good and intelligent and friendly and hardworking and who can understand your business, care about your customers, and help get the customers get the resolutions that they need. In my personal experience, most of the businesses that I work with, I'm talking about online customer service, email, chat, things like that. I absolutely love Filipinos for this. They're some of the best people I've ever worked with. I can't recommend them highly enough. And combined with the type of system that I described, the way of running things, the way of managing things, they really thrive in this and take a lot more ownership than you'd expect. And of course, with Southeast Asian prices, you're getting a really good deal on these people too. So that's what I highly recommend, and that is what I help businesses do. And that job, and again, people will look at this like they'll talk about outsourcing or sending something to a third world country and having someone do it there. And their approach to that is then almost basically, fuck those people. I don't care if they're stressed. I'm paying them to handle it. They'll handle it or they can go starve in the street. And unfortunately, that's the attitude of a lot of businesses, and it doesn't work and it's not helpful. My approach is the opposite, and the people that work for me in the Philippines and otherwise, really, as best as I can tell, I mean, they may not, obviously, they probably have other things they'd rather be doing than working, but it's the best possible outcome for them. They're happy, they enjoy what they do, they have a sense of agency, a sense of challenge, decision making. I put as many decisions as possible, day-to-day decisions, customer ticket related decisions, on the agents themselves. I don't want someone asking me for permission for everything. I don't want to write an exhaustive procedures guide that covers every possible thing and prevents the person from ever having to think. No, I want them to think. If they think, they enjoy their job more. If they just follow instructions, they become a drone, they become an NPC, and nobody, not even a Filipino, nobody wants to be a damn NPC. So, that covers the low end of customer service, the basic customer service agent responding to customer tickets. But you can go up the chain from there. If you're in one of these conventional organizations, the middle manager and the middle manager's middle manager and that middle manager, they're all being middle managed and micromanaged by more managers above them. They have to go to meetings. Again, they don't have, maybe they have a little more agency, control, say, over their day-to-day lives than, say, the call center agent, but someone's still telling them when to come in. Now they're telling them to work overtime and they're on salary so they don't get paid extra for it. They're still telling them what to wear. They're still maybe timing their piss breaks. And really, they're telling them like, hey, we need your team to do this and they're not doing it, make them do it. It's not, you're in charge, you decide how this works. It's, these are some metrics that have been established by people above you, and you must comply with them, and you have no say in where these come from. You have no say in the strategy of the customer service department, and the things people are complaining about, you still have no agency, no say, no ability to get those things proactively fixed rather than simply handling them. You're there to middle manage the handling of the things, not to ask what the things are or where the things came from, and it's not that much of a difference. You can go all the way up to the highest levels. You could be hired as a consultant to run customer service for a company, and everything's good, and then if they bring somebody in that starts telling you, no, we need you to do this, 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 and this, and that's things that are wrong, things that you don't agree with, but you feel that you have to do them anyways, maybe for the money, maybe it's your only client, it's the same thing. You can have the same stress, you can have the same thing, whatever level you're at there. If basically it depends on agency, control, a feeling of accomplishment. If you're just going down a checklist that was assigned to you by someone else of random tasks that mean nothing to you, and you have to bang out those tasks so you don't get in trouble, maybe there's a slight sense of accomplishment there, but it's not the same thing as coming up with an idea, creating something, building a thing from scratch, seeing if it works, watching it work, learning from that, tweaking it, etc. That's the kind of thing that human beings thrive on. That's the kind of thing that NPCs can't do. And anything that turns that human being into an NPC, whether it's low-level customer service, whether it's extremely high-level customer service with a boss or a client dictating down to you, or whether it's something completely unrelated to customer service, a bad marriage, some other kind of job, inexperienced sports coach, it could be literally anything. That's what makes it stressful. And unfortunately, customer service in the conventional sense is infested with this sort of thing. It doesn't provide good outcomes, and nobody likes it. And I really am trying to do something about this. I'm really trying to drive this thing out of existence. So, in fact, I'm putting up a guide. I put up a guide here that I wrote on this, the 80/20 service guide for business owners, customer service, people running customer service, and even down to somebody with a small side hustle on focus on online business, but doesn't have to be online business. How to get this stuff right, how to keep it simple, how I've done this, what I've learned over the years doing this stuff. I'm putting that guide up on my website. Again, 8020service.com. You'll see the link for the NPC post. Click on that. It'll be in there. Right now, it's if you well, you could be watching this years from now, but if you click on this now or today or from the time I'm posting it, it's not out yet. It's a pre-order, and if you pre-order, you'll get 50% off. So if you're seeing this as a new video, do that. Go pre-order it. Get it while it's on sale here, because it's going to go up in price, but it's really worth it. It's the years I've spent learning this stuff distilled into a guide. It'll show you exactly what you need to do. Enough about that. I'm not here to talk about that, but thought I'd mention it here. So that's all for this video. If you thought this was interesting, useful, valuable, like I said, I've been doing these on YouTube and Quora now. So if you're watching on Quora, upvote, follow me here. I do one of these videos every weekday on a customer service topic, write regularly on business and customer service as well. If you're watching on YouTube, thumbs up, subscribe, same thing. One of these videos every weekday. Either place you're watching, if you have a customer service question for me, ask me on Quora, ask me in the comments on YouTube. I may use it in a future video. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this up here, and I will be back tomorrow with another video.